Glenn Johnson believes Victor Osimhen wants to join Chelsea in the January transfer window. Chelsea have failed to sign an elite striker who has the ability to come on and score 25 goals in a season, and this has led to reports that Osimhen is a wanted player. The Napoli superstar is considered one of the best strikers at the moment, and is a player who has been linked with Chelsea for several seasons, but has not been able to reach a deal due to the Italian side asking for a lot of money. But amidst all the speculation that Chelsea will re-enter the transfer window in January to sign Osimhen, Johnson has now opened up and claimed that the Nigerian wants to join Chelsea, despite their poor start to the season. Speaking to GG Recon, the former Blues defender said, "Regardless of what happens at Napoli, I'm sure Victor still wants to join Chelsea. However, Victor will blame himself that this move could happen when Chelsea is in transition. Of course, they are a great team, and in the end, they will bounce back. But as long as Victor is willing to wait 18 months or more for that to happen, then I'm sure he'll still want to sign with them in January. If Napoli continue to struggle this season, then it will make the decision easier for Victor. If Chelsea don't improve in the next few weeks, no amount of money will convince Osimhen to move to London, as he won't be happy at a struggling team." Chelsea have held internal talks over signing a £40 million defender amid reports that Thiago Silva is set to leave next year. After signing a move to Stamford Bridge in 2020, the Brazilian has made 130 appearances in all competitions. The impressive Silva at the time had secured a contract extension from Chelsea to cement his stay in West London, but reports suggest his spell may be coming to an end. The 39-year-old, whose contract expires next summer, could even return to Fluminense, and South American journalist Jorge Nicola recently claimed that talks for Silva to leave Chelsea are underway. Silva has also been a mainstay under new manager Mauricio Pochettino this season, starting all 13 of Chelsea's Premier League games so far. Losing him would be painful for Pochettino and company, but with Silva's tenure drawing to a close, there is an opportunity for Chelsea to bring in a suitable long-term replacement. Chelsea hold internal Max Kilman talks. According to reliable journalist Simon Phillips, writing on Substack, Chelsea is targeting Wolves defender Max Kilman. The Englishman, who was Gary O'Neill's mainstay, attracted the interest of Todd Boehly and company behind the scenes. Chelsea have held internal talks over signing Kilman, according to Phillips, and it is believed their interest is strong at the moment. It added that West Londoners really liked Kilman's experience and leadership abilities. Patrick Bamford has heaped high praise on Chelsea's Raheem Sterling for his performances this season. Raheem Sterling had an inconsistent first season as a Chelsea player last year, but there is no doubt that he has now found his rhythm at Stamford Bridge. The 28-year-old winger is a key player in the team emerging under Mauricio Pochettino. Bought for £50 a bomb from Manchester City, Sterling is starting to look like one of Chelsea's smartest recent purchases. Leeds striker Bamford remembers playing against Sterling as a youth and called him very strong. He thinks the Chelsea striker has looked much better this season, which should lead to a recall to the England squad. Speaking on the My Mate's a Footballer podcast, Bamford said, "Raz is very strong. I think the first time I met him I was probably 10 when he was at QPR and we were playing in a tournament. He was small, like a child, and he just ran around everyone. Nobody knows him as Raheem Sterling. Everyone will just say it's Raheem's son." And then he moved to Liverpool, and it progressed from there. I think you see now, more than last year when he was at Chelsea, you see him in good form, and he is very good. I think he'll be called up again. It's just one of those things where there are players who played well throughout the end of last season, who might have been in camp and performed well in camp. Chelsea will sign a big player for £50 million in January. According to 90 Minutes, Arsenal will allow Aaron Ramsdale to leave the club at the end of the season, but not during the January transfer window. Mikel Arteta made a big decision in the summer transfer window by signing the impressive David Raya on loan until the end of the season, despite the fact that Ramsdale has been in brilliant form since moving to the Emirates. David Raya has replaced Ramsdale as Arsenal's #1 since the 1-0 win over Everton in September, and the club will activate the option to make his loan from Brentford permanent. Ramsdale appeared in the opening 4 games of the season for Arteta and co. But David Raya has started to establish himself in the Arsenal squad, and there is a feeling that Arteta believes the Spaniard is the way forward. This has led to some surprising reports in the media, claiming that Chelsea are very interested in a deal to sign Ramsdale in the January transfer window if he wants to move away from the Emirates. A team in the Premier League have made an approach for the England international, according to Football London. But the Gunners turned it down, as they have no intention of letting the man leave. But now, according to the 90 Minutes website, Arsenal will allow Ramsdale to leave the club in the winter window if they receive the money they are seeking. The Gunners are believed to value Ramsdale at £50 million. It is a strange decision to have 2 such impressive Premier League stars at the club, but there is a belief Arteta sees Raya as the future of the club and would be open to selling Ramsdale in the January window. A proper offer from Chelsea would seal the deal for the man, and the move could be the best thing for him, as he would instantly become the #1 player at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea could decide to part ways with Mauricio Pochettino at the end of the season if their performance does not improve. Chelsea will reportedly sign Massimiliano Allegri at the end of the season if he decides to leave Juventus. Speculation has emerged that Mauricio Pochettino is at the breaking point of pressure at Stamford Bridge, as the Argentinian is unable to get the best out of his expensive squad. Chelsea are in 10th place in the Premier League standings, and they must improve their performance if they want to compete for a place in European competition. Failing to move on will mean Todd Boehly and co will have to make a serious decision regarding Pochettino and whether he is the right manager to lead their project. According to Corriere dello Sport, the Blues will consider signing Allegri over the summer if they decide to part ways with Pochettino. The Juve manager is considering leaving Serie A at the end of the season to look for a new project. Allegri has enjoyed much success throughout his career, winning 15 trophies and earning a reputation as a serial winner. Therefore, many clubs are on high alert regarding the situation of the 56-year-old man, including Chelsea. Manchester United are also said to be among Allegri's potential suitors. Several Saudi Pro League teams are also interested in the former AC Milan boss, with 3 teams willing to pay a significant salary to secure his services. Al Nassr, Al Ahly and Al Ittihad are all looking for a new manager who has proven himself on the European stage, although it is unclear whether Allegri is willing to go to the Middle East while he is in charge.